All right, lads, good afternoon. Gentlemen, so welcome to this week's weekly pit stop at Indestructible Men. So here's what we are going to look at today. All right, so we've got Mind Vitamin as part of today's weekly pit stop. So today's training, we're going to look at your wins and week's review from our weekly post, which, just a reminder, every Sunday evening at 8 o'clock, you should get that post come up. So you've got between Sunday evening and Tuesday before our call for you to submit your wins of the week, lessons, etc. on that post. And then we go over that on the call, okay? Then we're going to do a quick Mind Vitamin. We're going to talk about stress and sleep tactics over here, which is quite ironic, by the way. I am seriously sleep deprived at the minute. Both kids have got COVID. It's a load of shit going on at home. So yeah, so quite. I find it quite ironic that today I'm talking about stress and sleep, which is probably the one thing that I need right now, personally. So we're going to cover that today, specifically stress. We're going to look at. Then we'll maybe look at sleep tactics and stuff next week. And then any hot seats from you guys if anybody wants to come on and have a chat. All right. So we're going to go back to our Facebook group over here. All right. So our weekly review. So you can see here we've got, like I said, every Sunday, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. this post comes up. So what's the 3 biggest wins of the past 7 days? Aims for the next 7 days. What didn't go well? Lessons learned. How will you adjust things to ensure that this won't be repeated again? Are you committed to attending the call? Yes or no? Okay. So here's the deal. We've got 2 interactions this week from David Field and Craig Fraser. I appreciate that, guys. Thanks for taking the time out. That's not really for me, right? It's for you yourself. It's for your own sake, for your own well-being, for your own progression, right? So let's look at what David Field. David says he has finally negative COVID test and first day of feeling better. Nice. So David has had COVID as well, just like my 2 kids at the minute. Aim for the week is to get back to all habits. Feel as though 2 weeks behind schedule, but feeling positive and ready to get back. I'm a convert to meditation. All right, awesome. I'd be interested to hear about your experience with meditation, David. What is it that why are you a convert? Why do you say that, right? What makes you say that? What benefits are you getting from it? How are you finding it? He's not doing a call. He is traveling abroad this week. So Craig Fraser, 3 biggest wins. Mindset still strong. Another pound down. I think you should be at like a stone mark now, Craig, or thereabouts, no? Good strides made in personal life. Aims for the 7 days, keep improving meditation and relaxation techniques. Yeah. Sleep improvement, improving current health issues. All right. What didn't go well? Last week, 3 weeks more like it. He's struggling physically with IBS and pain linked to fibromyalgia and stresses, having regular chats with doctor and physio, and having a nutritionist who is helping with the food intolerances, which have come to the fore. Lessons learned, long reaching through the lifestyle change, but that will start the process with this program, which has mentally been very good, giving me the tools to mentally cope better. Awesome. How we adjust your behavior to ensure this won't be repeated again. I'm not sure it's linked to my behavior, but a long-term issue that I've been battling for years. Coming off long-term opiate and painkilling medication has been a major part of the issues, flaring up with such vengeance. That said, I can only reinstate that my mindset changes and how I'm mentally now dealing with the issues has improved remarkably. Yes, all right. Good stuff there, David. Thanks for sharing your thoughts and reviewing your progress till now. Okay, so let's go back to today's mind vitamin. So as part of this week's pit stop, we've got the mind vitamin, which we're going to look at stress, why stress is a killer, and what we can do to get out, like better deal with stresses in life when they arise, and the importance of doing that, right? So stress, like, is one of the biggest killers, right? It's like, it's not spoken about much, right? Like there's this talk about like obesity being up there for a killer. There's a talk about mental health and suicide and stuff being one of the biggest killers and all that stuff, right? But there has to be, like, we have to look beyond that, right? Like, what is leading to these issues in life, right? All these illnesses going on and the cancers and stuff. There's things that are happening underneath that are triggering these things to happen, right? And like life nowadays, it is stressful, right? It's not like the modern way of living is a stressful way of living, right? Let's not pretend it's not, right? We've got so many modern stuff going on and technology and stuff, but we're so far away from like the reality now that life has just really become very stressful, right? And like for me, if at the minute, like what's causing me the stress is kids, right? Like that's the way it is, right? It's like, obviously it's up to me, that's the way it is. It's up to me to be able to deal with that better. It's up to me to work on techniques and stuff. And in life, like think about it in your life as well. Like, what is the biggest cause of your stresses in life, right? Like, there's always going to be stress coming in, right? Let's not pretend that there's not, right? Stress leads to all sorts of stuff, right? Can lead to overeating, right? Like you've heard about stress eating, like it's a response where for an ability to, we all have coping mechanisms, right? Coping mechanisms to deal with stress. It could be overeating, it can be even undereating, right? Which is unhealthy as well, right? Not eating enough, right? Making poor food choices, right? And lifestyle choices. Like when we're stressed, we're less likely to want to actually go and exercise. We're less likely to take care of ourselves. We're less likely to make better like food choices. We're in that reactive state, right? It leads to metabolic issues, right? Because obviously, like stress is, like it moves blood away from organs and stuff and out to the extremities, right? It's a survival state, which we're going to cover in just a moment, right? Which takes away the blood flow from the metabolism and stuff, right? So it can actually like suppress metabolism and leads to all sorts of deficiencies and vitamin deficiencies and stuff, blood flow issues and heart issues and stuff, right? It can also lead to mental issues like anxiety and all that other stuff as well, right? Now, let's not get this twisted, guys, right? First of all, that we need to understand that actually, like stress is like there is good stress and there is not so good stress, right? We feel stress because we're meant to feel stress, right? Stress, when it comes in, it's like a signal. When you feel stress, it's a signal for you to it's like that fight or flight response, right? Where something's not right here, like it's to give you a warning of like you need to get out of this place, right? Because you're in danger, basically, right? Now, research shows that the average human spends 75% of their lifespan in this state of survival, right? This fight or flight state of being. Right now, we were given that, like this mechanism as a means of survival, right? This survival mode is when we're under threat, right? So, for example, I don't know, someone's pointing a gun at your head, like stress builds up. Blood flow goes away from the organs. You're now in a survival state, like you're ready to fight or run away or whatever. right? To get out of this situation. So these things are only meant to happen like maybe like 20% of the lifespan, right? To be in that state, right? It's okay to be in that state a little bit. It's there for a reason, but to be spending most of our life, 3/4 of our lives in this state of survival, it's no wonder where we have these illnesses and these issues and stuff from mental and physical health all over the place. Okay, so it's a big problem, right? It's a massive problem. Okay, it's a massive problem, not just a big problem. So the solution is like, this is why we have the habits in here, the importance of focusing on techniques and habits to allow us to be able to cope with the pressures of daily life, and to actually be like, instead of being 75% of our lifespan in a state of stress and survival mode, to flip that round to the opposite, right? So we're only stressed in like 20-25% of lifespan, right? What does that lead to? That leads to better, like all sorts of better health issues, right? We live longer, we live happier, we're like, all those things come into play. Okay, so what techniques and habits are we talking about here, right? Well, we've got the morning routine, right? Setting yourself up like for ready to start the day, okay? In a better position to deal with what life is going to bring to you that day. The evening routine, right? This helps you sleep better. Once again, also to get out of that state of stress, right? Meditation, right? Absolutely, right? Like meditation, one of the most, like, if this was a pill, everybody would be taking this, right? Exercise, the same thing, right? If this was a pill, everybody would be taking it, right? It's critical. Like exercise in itself is a stressor, right? It does produce stress on your body when you're out, like say for a run or lifting weights. It does put your body under stress. However, it also increases your ability to deal with stress better, right? It puts you in a better frame of mind, better frame of body as well, right? Both physically and mentally. Nutrition choices, right? You know, deal with this, okay? Cold showers, right? One of the most powerful weapons at your arsenal, one of the most powerful tools, right? Because it allows you to sit under stress. It increases your capacity to deal with stress. When things happen, when shit hits the fan, how you cope with it. Like, do you like, what's your reaction? Are you being reactive, or do you sit in discomfort there for a bit longer? Right? Increases your capacity to deal with stress. Journaling as well, right? Another amazing technique that can shift you away from being in survival mode into a better state of being, right? So I want you to consider today, like, what's your biggest insight from listening to this training? On a scale 1 to 10, like, how would you rate your current ability to deal with stress? Okay, stress is there, right? It's going to come. It's always coming in. What I want you to, like, there's no such thing as, oh, I'm not stressed or I am stressed, right? We're all going to get stressed, right? Let's be honest here. It's a natural part of life. If you don't get stressed, then you need to get that checked, right? There's something's not right. So let's be honest here, right? So what we to consider is, look at life stresses, right? Like the way you, like, how would you, on a scale 1 to 10, right? How do you rate your current ability to deal with stress? Okay. And what one thing will you commit to today? What's one thing that you can commit to leveling up today and focusing on, right? What are you not doing that you know is going to help you deal with stress better? What are we going to commit to do today? Okay, is it meditation? Is it exercise? Is it journaling? Gratitude? Is it the cold showers? Right? What is it that you're not doing that if you did, it would improve your life dramatically, right? All right, something to think about. Okay. So if there's any hot seats, just let me know and we'll bring you on. We'll have a wee chat, see where you're at. If not, then crack on with the stuff, the coursework that you're doing. Any questions, just post them in the Facebook group. Yeah. All right. Speak soon.